What's up, everyone? Trent here.
And Julia.
And we have just come from a very special screening of...
The Meg. Meg.
I'm the one that's meant to go...
Meg.
Yeah, so obviously a Family Guy reference for those playing at home. Okay, so we got tickets from Roadshow to see this movie. We were really excited. We're really hyped. Jason Statham versus a giant prehistoric shark.
Yes.
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 Yes. So, welcome to the fortress. Okay, so The Meg stars Jason Statham, Ruby Rose, Lee Bingbing, Ryan Wilson, and Cliff Curtis. They're pretty much the main characters of the movie, and they are on an island research station in the middle of the China Sea. And naturally, they're doing research to figure out what is down below.
Yes, down the deepest trench on Earth.
Yes, they think that they can go deeper, and
yes,
lo and behold,
they do.
They do. They are able to. Sure enough, stuff happens.
Giant squid,
giant shark, giant boobs. No, there are no
giant boobs in this.
I was very disappointing. But anyway, so stuff happens.
Naked Jason Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham's boobs. So stuff happens, and sure enough, a megalodon escapes.
Yes.
A megalodon escapes.
A megalodon escapes.
Yes. And it's up to the crew to prevent it from wiping out half of China.
And not even China, because supposedly they alerted India, China, Australia, the Philippines. You know, we're up there with the good countries.
Yeah, but that didn't actually happen.
No, it actually didn't happen.
No. So yeah, what ensued was what you would expect.
What would you expect? Yeah, so going into this, I didn't expect much. I wanted a giant shark. I got a giant shark.
It was pretty big.
And then...
I guess.
Spoiler?
No, we're not going to spoil this.
Yeah. Well, I got a giant shark, and I'm very happy. I got a giant shark.
Yeah, and okay, so there was a lot of criticism in the trailers about the shark being different sizes and not, being consistent. That's explained.
The consistency is explained. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The movie is predictable, but it's a good predictable. So you have those stereotypical music moments where it's building up, or it's that little bit too quiet, and
everyone's looking around
frantically, or there's the talking, and then suddenly it's behind you, and it's great
with the terrible Asian acting.
This movie's clearly marketed to the Chinese audience.
There's a push in Hollywood to get the Chinese market involved, so naturally there's going to be a lot of Chinese elements in this, and there is a lot, but it doesn't detract from it.
It doesn't detract from it. It was great.
You go into this expecting a giant shark and just mayhem.
Yep.
We get that for the most part. There is some terrible acting from some of the lesser characters in there. Horrible acting. And there's some moments where someone dies and you're just like, yes! Or you're like, get her. Oh. Yeah, I know. There was hit and miss. But Statham was typical Statham. He's pretty much been playing the same role for...
ages.
Yeah.
Every movie.
Ryan Wilson, he was funny. He tried a bit too hard at times, but he was the comedic element. There was a stereotypical African-American.
Yes.
He was very stereotyped DJ, and naturally he couldn't swim and had pretty much all the over-the-top semantics that pretty much all African-American actors are trying to overcome.
Yes.
So that was probably my only negative, was that it was a stereotype.
There were those stereotyped characters, including the old angry white guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the old angry white guy.
There was an old angry white guy as well.
Yeah.
So they covered almost every stereotype quite nicely.
Yeah, the Asian father pushing the young daughter too hard and all that.
Yeah.
But the subplots were irrelevant. We got what we wanted, which was entertainment, suspense.
And fun, and really, moments where you probably shouldn't be laughing, but you laugh.
Yeah.
Good graphics, good...
CGI was really good.
CGI was really good. It's a big shark. You know it's not going to be real, but the detail they did in it, it was just amazing. The detail in the fins, the details in the jaw and the mouth. Those little details, I think, made it...
They had the suckerfish on it.
Yeah, the little suckerfish. So it was really good.
Yeah, I don't think enough humans died.
No, I don't think enough humans died either.
Too many animals died.
Too many animals died in this. I almost cried at one bit.
Yeah.
Because an animal died.
Yes. You did. You were traumatized.
I was very close. Yes, I am severely traumatized from that scene.
And I'm really glad that you didn't actually go into your science background and ruin the movie for me with, pointing out inaccuracies. Because
there were a few inaccuracies.
Yeah.
But it's a giant shark movie, and it was a good giant shark movie.
Suspend disbelief. The way they set it up with the trench, the lowest part of the trench being potentially frozen and gaseous.
Yeah.
Even though that's a paradox.
Well, it's a heavier gas, so it actually does sink in water.
Yes. But then, obviously, there's still more below.
Yeah.
The reason for the Megalodon escaping...
I did like that. That was plausible.
The event set it up for it to happen. Yeah. I mean...
It did.
It explained why the Megalodon had survived so long and not become extinct.
And not be a threat
to
how it was. I really enjoyed that bit. It did take a while for it to find its rhythm, I found. Just in that beginning where you're like, come on.
It was very slow.
Big shark. Come on, I want a big shark. But it got there, and I did like that build up to it because after that first attack, you did become emotionally invested in some of the characters.
In the couple, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. Ruby Rose was also in it. She is very attractive.
Very attractive. Did better than her last acting job.
Yeah, still not great.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't feed her. I feed her to the shark. I wouldn't feed her an acting role. But yeah, she was probably the best of a bad bunch of actors in there. Li Bingbing, who was the love interest.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way.
I think it's hard, especially for Asian actors, to translate well to English.
Yes.
That's been a standard, I think, in a lot of
westernized movies.
A lot of westernized movies, that translation doesn't happen well.
Yeah, and especially since there is very much the Eastern acting style, which is very much rigid. It's very stiff, very rigid, and the deliveries...
In that moment that she had with her father, that was probably the best bit of acting between both of them.
Oh, really? I thought it was laughable. I was laughing.
It was the how it set up to that. Of course, it was typical, but it was and stereotypical as well. But it was nice. I liked that bit.
Yeah. So don't go into this expecting great acting or a deep and meaningful plot.
Go in expecting a giant shark.
Yeah,
and you will be happy.
And naturally, everyone's going to draw parallels to Jaws and all the other shark movies that have come before it. Deep Blue Sea was another big one that a lot of it... I took more from Deep Blue Sea than I did Jaws.
Yeah, I did too.
And I think this is different enough. It's essentially an action blockbuster the way they did it. And I really enjoyed... The thing that I enjoyed most was actually the point of view from the shark.
Yes, some of those underwater scenes, especially going near the beach where you're hearing vibrations and that bass. That was really good. Yeah,
and just the stillness. You knew something was coming, but it didn't happen at the point where it would normally happen. They did a couple of extra looks around and stuff like that to make you think, oh, is it actually going to happen? And then sometimes it didn't happen.
Sometimes it didn't happen, yeah. It
was
great.
Good. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. It was fun, it was mindless, it was brainless. Don't go in expecting anything other than that. So, in terms of fun, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. In terms of an overall movie, a 6 out of 10.
Yep. I'll give it solidly probably a 4.5 out of 5 because I got my giant shark. I was happy.
And you got Jason Statham without a shirt and his V.
Yeah, and wet.
You got wet?
And in a wetsuit too. But overall, I'd probably give it a 5.5.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
But either way.
But it's fun. It's what we expect.
Yeah.
It's what you go in expecting. Don't expect anything more. And Jason Statham, he just kicks ass in anything that he does. His delivery is just amazing and impeccable. So, yeah, that's what we thought of the movie. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to listen to our podcast, the Fortress Podcast and the Inner Sanctum Podcast on our channel. Our handles are going around the screen. As I say this, I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
And as always, you're watching The Fortress.